You're in the dog house.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience. Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. What up to the Q's?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
Good morning, world. Good morning, Rail Scott, RC, Mocha Bella. Got an honorable mention to my man Griff. He's a Commodores fan. No, a Commanders fan. Yeah. So shouts out to my man Griff. And good morning to you too, Dougie Stew. But before we go any further, we got to give God his praises. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us to wake up this morning. And good morning. How you feeling, sir?
I'm fantastic, sir. How about you?
Man, trying to figure out that open now that I ain't got a screen because it's already in the open. You know, I'm very excited about that. But we'll tighten it up and get it going, get it together, man.
Sounds like your voice ain't 100% back, but it's majorly back.
It's back. Yeah, it's back. Yeah, I had when I went home for the homegoing services of Miss Georgetta Robinson Scott, I was up for about 36 hours with the cousins, man, just drinking and talking and yelling and screaming and lying and doing what we do whenever we get together.
Telling fish tales.
It was too much, man. It was too much, and I apologize for missing work last Thursday, man. But you guys had a great show. I thought you guys did outstanding. Jeff was amazing and funny. I had no idea he was a mini Biggie Smalls. And life is good, man.
That's an oxymoron. Shouts out to Jeff Fox.
Jeff
down
Fox
in the bottom that filled in for you this past Friday. So you just saw you just saw the video of how it went down here in Atlanta over the last couple of days.
That's my boy and his crew, Mr. Coleon, the guy that owns the Jamaican spot off of Camp Creek Parkway. That's him and his crew in those dune buggies.
Wait a minute, you know them dudes?
Yeah, man, I know them dudes, man. I used to ride bikes with them dudes, man.
You hang out with
the Jamaican spot right up the street from my old crib off of Hamilton?
Yeah.
That's those dudes, man. That's those dudes.
I remember the Jamaican spot. I don't remember them guys just in dune buggies doing wheelies and stuff around Atlanta.
Well, they used to be on crotch rockets. Now it's dune buggies. They've graduated to dune buggies.
What?
Yeah, but Atlanta was shut down for everybody except for those who wasn't scared of no snow. Everybody had a good time. Everybody had a good time during the downtime.
Nah, I did a little video that Tree's I think we're gonna play it a little bit later in the show. Don't think Ish was sweet in Atlanta by that video. Because I'm gonna tell you, the one I trekked out because excuse me. I trekked out because I dropped the ball.
Talking about my voice.
I took this the snow, kind of lightly, and I didn't go to the grocery store the day before, man. So when I realized that this thing was serious and I wasn't gonna be able to get out, I had to walk down the street. I live one block away from Whole Foods. Go ahead.
Hold on real quick. How did you not know it was going to be a real thing if you read any papers, checked any websites, or looked at the freaking news? How did you not know it was going to be real?
I thought they were joking. I thought they were joking. And let me ask you this. Do you believe in the weatherman like that?
Oh, the weatherman's a liar.
That's what I'm saying. I grew up in a time, we grew up in a time when the weatherman was hit or miss.
Right.
Evidently, these cats know what they're talking about these days, man.
Well, something along those lines. Yeah. Snow.
I thought it was exaggerating.
And also, man, there was a storm like in D.C. and Virginia area, and they said it was moving down the coast.
Yeah, I didn't believe them guys. And what happened was the day before, I said I was going to go. But then I didn't realize that one of those games, I can't remember if it was college or pro, one of those games, it had to be college.
It was college.
One of those college games started at 7:30, and when I realized that I should go to the grocery store, it was 7 o'clock. So I wasn't going to miss the football off of something that the weatherman says is going to happen.
So you cut out the beef and the pork and meats, and you're trying to you were vegan at one point in time. So you still put stuff like honey buns and pork rinds and pork and beans in your stomach and your body? You still do that to yourself?
Absolutely. I'm not gonna stop living. Are you crazy? Who gonna stop eating honey buns?
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Dustin Ryan Stewart, Balls and Busters Monday, about to go down with your boys on the Two Live Stews experience. I have a question for you, man.
Uh-huh.
Do you get rid of Mike Tomlin? Do you shake down Mike Tomlin?
So
and think about this, because this wasn't part of the plan. Think about this before you answer. Do you fire Mike Tomlin? And if you don't fire Mike Tomlin, how long do you keep him? When do you consider firing him? I'm not going to tell you my thoughts. I just want yours. What do you do with Mike Tomlin?
For new people to the show that have never seen us before, just understand that I am black everything. Period.
Blackity black, but black, y'all.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you, because if we don't support us, who will? That being said, I think they might need to go in a new direction.
Oh, God. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
They hadn't won a playoff game in the last 8 trips to the postseason? They hadn't won a game.
That was their 5th consecutive loss in the postseason.
I think it's more than that. I think it's more, but it doesn't matter. The point is
it's the 5th straight loss in the postseason, man.
The point is when we think of the Pittsburgh Steelers, we don't think of a bunch of losers. We don't think we don't think. Go ahead.
It's his 6th straight loss. I'm sorry.
6. Okay.
In the postseason.
I thought they said 8 or something like that, but it's not good. And I just think it ain't no slight against him. It's just sometimes, players tune you out. They need to hear a new voice. That not just in sports, but in business, period. Okay. And they need to start things up, and they might bring in another black coach. So
yeah, don't put it past the Rooneys. They might do that.
Yeah, the Rooneys might give another brother a head coaching job. So I just think that his message is not being heard, and it ain't his fault, because they draft the team, the organization draft. They got a scouting department. It ain't his fault,
right? That's what I was going to say. I would have to do my due diligence to see if he's the cook and the chef, and if he's buying the groceries. If he's doing all of it, then they got to make a change. But if there's someone else in the hierarchy of the Pittsburgh Steelers regime that's drafting the players, then Mike is doing an incredible job.
Yeah.
Never had a losing season, going to the postseason every year. And again, when it comes to playing professional sports.
But the Steelers organization, we look at much.
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Right,
However, your team has to get to the postseason to have a chance to have success in the postseason. There's a lot of teams and franchises that don't get to the postseason. However, to me, getting to the postseason is the sign of a good coach. And if you've got a good coach and you're putting the right groceries in the kitchen, that good coach should be able to win, which Mike Tomlin has done before. Yeah. I don't think you fire him.
Well, in this case,
you fire him.
In this case, they ran up against a buzzsaw, man. Ooh. I mean, the Ravens. Once again, I'm hoping for the Ravens and the my two teams. I'm hoping for the Super Bowl are still in, the Ravens and the Eagles.
Okay,
they're pretty good. The Ravens are pretty good.
Baller award to the Baltimore Ravens for putting together an incredible game on the gridiron this past weekend. That's another part of the problem for the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin. We know, without a shadow of a doubt, that the Ravens is one of the best teams in the National Football League. So they were playing a better team, the Steelers were.
Right.
The Ravens is a better team. Is there no way the Steelers could have won?
And they have one of the greatest football players that ever stepped on the field, in Lamar Jackson.
You've got to put all of those things into the equation before making that decision on Tomlin.
Ball award to Lamar Jackson, 16 for 21, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for another 81 yards. It's almost like I'm telling you, and I made this comparison. I'm going back and forth with these people on some of the stuff that I posted this past weekend. Well, there's never been a running quarterback that won a Super Bowl. Technically, that's true, but the dam is about to break.
That's not true. That's not true.
Who's done it?
Steve Young's won a couple of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hold on.
That's true.
Stop right
true.
there.
That's true.
Stop right there. Steve Young's won a couple of them.
Yeah, I think what the guy Cole saying was ain't no black running quarterback ever won a Super Bowl.
I know exactly what he was saying.
That's what he was saying.
Yes,
okay?
I know exactly what he was saying.
The dam is about to break. I remind people watching Jalen Daniels, watching Hurts, watching these guys. This ain't coincidence. The dam is about to break as far as that style of quarterback winning Super Bowls. Now, I remind people of this all the time. Lamar Jackson, to me, and I know people going to say, oh, blasphemy. This ninja might be on the Michael Jordan path. Jordan took 7 years before he won his first ring. In them 7 years, that's all they said about him. He'll never win the big one. He'll never do this. He'll never get this. He'll never do it. And then when he did it, it was a wrap.
Yep.
Okay. Now football is different. There's only 5 players that you have to account for in basketball. You got a lot more players. The players have to have some chemistry. So it ain't as easy as basketball, I don't think, as football as it is in basketball. But I'm just telling you, this kid is very special.
Please remember what you're about to say.
Go ahead.
The great Naughty Dread. Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl. He's black and he was running. Laugh out loud. No, he.
I never considered. Go ahead.
Back when Russell won that Super Bowl, he was running and moving the pocket as well. He wasn't as elusive as Lamar, but he was a running quarterback, moving the pocket, getting out of the pocket to advance the ball down the field.
I don't put him in the running quarterback, the dual threat quarterback category. Same thing we talked about last week. I wouldn't call him a dual threat. Would you call Russell Wilson a dual threat anytime in his career? Or was he a guy that had mobility? Remember, you can have mobility, or one category is mobility. A lot of quarterbacks got that. And the other category is, are you a dual threat?
Question for you. Is Justin Fields dual threat?
Yes, absolutely.
Then Russell Wilson is dual threat.
What?
Then Russell Wilson is dual threat.
Russell Wilson ain't half the athlete
not today's
Justin
Russell
Fields.
Wilson. Not today's Russell Wilson, but the Seattle Seahawks Russell Wilson was dual threat.
Okay, that's your opinion. I think Russell Wilson was a classic drop back pocket passing quarterback that had some mobility when he was younger.
Man, if we're going to allow Steve Young to be put in that realm, then Russell Wilson has to be in that realm as well. But
you comparing Steve Young to Russell Wilson?
Sir, they moved the pocket and advanced the ball for first downs whenever time allowed.
Okay.
I'm not saying they was taking it to the house running 45 yarders and 50 yarders like Mike Vick. I'm not saying he was doing that. But unlike Tom Brady, unlike Peyton Manning, when the pocket got a little iffy, they could get out of there and advance the ball. That's how I see dual threat.
Yeah. So we have a little bit different definition of it. That's all. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Ball award to the Philadelphia Eagles, 22-10 over the Green Bay Packers. Eagles get it done, man. They survive. All right. I want to go back to Jalen Daniels. Ball award for that young man, 24 for 35, 268 yards. He is one of 4 rookie quarterbacks that have won a playoff game in their rookie year on the road.
Listen, man.
One of 4 in the history of the NFL.
The Commanders did not have a turnover, and the Commanders did not punt the ball.
Wow.
The entire freaking game.
Wow. I'm telling you, man, I'm excited about football. I'm excited about the future of the game. I'm excited of these young new jack quarterbacks. I love it, man. I love it.
Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews Experience. More balls and busters. We'll read your chat. Falcons firing coordinators. We'll talk about that. And OSU versus Notre Dame next week. We'll talk about that. What a game that should be. But again, most importantly, we'll get your chat. Whatever y'all do, y'all keep it locked. It's your boy.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Ryan Stewart.
We got a lot of things we got to do today, too. We got to revisit the top 5 that you missed last week.
But I mean, that's later, damn it. I just teased what we're doing next. That's later, damn it.
But I want to tease this, too. You don't want to tease the top 5? Why don't you want to tease the top 5 results?
That's like in an hour. That's like in an hour. Would you grow up? We'll get to your damn top 5 win. That's all it's about. We'll get to your top 5 win. But when it comes to what's next, I've already told them what's next.
Crip walking on your ass.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Raw Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionrawherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
So yeah, I kind of underestimated this. Yeah, let me see. Look. This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. I feel like I'm in New York City at Christmas time, Times Square, baby. Yeah, Times Square. I'm headed to a battle. We taking on the Beach Street Breakers and the Bronx Rockers. This is crazy, son. This is crazy. I'm even talking like I'm from New York. This is crazy, son. This is mad snow, son. Y'all be careful out there.
That is a real whore. It's your boys, Two Live Stews, Dexter and Ryan Stewart to make up those stews. And this is your Monday morning Two Live Stews experience. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining your boys. Good morning.
Guess how many people have viewed that little 42-second video?
It was 5,000 last night when I looked at it.
No, it wasn't no 5,000 last night. 156,000 people have looked at that video. We've made about $25 on it. You would think 156,000, we can get a couple more dollars than that. But I'm always working for the show, man.
Yep.
And by the way, on that little trek, it wasn't like the video we showed at the beginning of the show.
What kind of shoes did you have on?
I had on boots.
You know, boots?
I had Timbs.
Okay.
I only get to pull my Timbs out every once
Not
or twice
often.
a winter.
Not often.
Living the dirty. But sir, I observed, 20 cars that were stalled out, sliding in one place.
Well, I was about to say, that's really freaky when you're in a major city like Atlanta and you're outside and you're out there by yourself. It's really freaky.
Yeah,
there was no traffic. There was one person behind you, but I saw you and one person on the sidewalk in downtown Atlanta. That's crazy to me.
Well, no, what I'm talking about is cars stalling out. Like that video of those dune buggies doing all of that stuff. No, people in average everyday cars, they hadn't. Simple as this, and we didn't grow up in a cold weather environment, but it's really very simple. If they haven't had a chance, and we don't have but 2 or 3 salt trucks in the whole damn city, if they haven't had a chance to put that salt down, you are going to get bogged down somewhere.
No question.
Because there's inclines, and I observed so many people stuck in one spot trying to get up an incline and trying to back out of it. And that little 30-minute walk that I had, it was crazy.
Yep, banana.
We are just not built for that type of weather, man, down here.
Nope.
Simple as that.
Nope. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not, man. It's your boys, Two Lot Stews, Dexter Ryan Stores, the makeup of those stews. Big game coming up this coming Monday, man. This past weekend, Notre Dame moves forward and Ohio State moves forward when it comes to the national championship game that will be played this coming Monday, not today, but next Monday. Your thoughts on the game, man?
Well, I picked both of these teams. You can go back and check the tape. Notre Dame and Ohio State. Ohio State's the better team, but I'm rooting for Marcus Freeman, obviously. Once again, I'm rooting for everything black. I'm rooting for them. And Notre Dame, I think Notre Dame can beat them because they're solid.
Oh, Notre Dame can beat them.
They're just solid as hell, man. If I were betting my money, I would put my money on Ohio State to win. But Notre Dame can beat them. It's going to be a very good game. What do you think in general about the tournament, the CFP, the college football playoffs? I mean, I think this is great. I think we got the two best, most solid teams in college football. I like it.
It's been amazing. What's the term blue blood mean when people say two blue blood franchises?
Blue blood means
two blue blood programs.
Yeah, they talk about programs that have historically been good consistently. So you're talking Notre Dame, Ohio State, Texas, Oklahoma, USC,
okay,
Michigan, teams like that. Yeah.
Okay. Starting off with 12 teams and finishing up with Ohio State and Notre Dame, I don't think it could get any better. The only thing that could be any better is if it was my team, Georgia Tech, playing. Other than that, if you've got a Michigan, one of those blue blood teams, if you got two of the blue bloods in college football, everybody should be happy.
Well, I think a lot of people are happy, first of all, because there's no SEC teams in it. People are rejoicing about that. Are you rejoicing about that?
I just want to see a good game.
If
it's SEC, that's great. They're known for good football, but I just want to see a good game. And there's no doubt we're going to have an amazing competition with OSU and Notre Dame. No doubt.
Two things. Number one, Notre Dame making it to this point is a testament to the playoffs because remember, they lost their very first game to
NIU, Northern Illinois
University. In years in the past, they may not have been able to recover from that to get in the Final Four. You see what I'm saying?
The people would have kept them out because of that loss.
Yeah, that was a horrible loss. They were at home in that game, right? I think they were at home. So
yeah, Notre Dame ain't going to NIU the first game of the year. So yes, it was in Notre Dame.
So the whole concept of a playoff and having 12 teams as opposed to 4 is great. It's great. It's very good for the sport. And I think we're going to have a true national championship because guess what? You get better as time goes by in a season. You know, college football used to be you couldn't lose late.
So,
I
was reading how because Notre Dame is not really part of a conference, that if they were to win this national championship, they would eat the whole $20 million.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
And if Ohio State was to win the national championship, they just get like $2 million out of it because it's got to be split up amongst the conference.
The Big Ten. Wow, I didn't know that. That's deep.
So the debate and the conversation that I had with somebody was, should Notre Dame even be eligible because they don't have to do the other things that other people have to do?
Other teams have to do.
Right. Their competition to the national championship wasn't like Ohio State's competition.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like the SEC team's competition.
No, they had a good schedule.
They had a decent schedule, but it wasn't like the others, is my point.
Well, first of all, there's special rules for Notre Dame in itself, in general.
That's what I'm saying.
Notre Dame gets all its games broadcasted on ABC, I believe, ABC or either NBC.
Oh, for the last 40 years.
So there's I don't know, special rules for Notre Dame. I don't know how it got like that. I don't know why it's like that. I don't understand why they feel like. I don't understand how they've been put in a position where fans feel like that they get all of this leeway in all of the things that you're talking about as far as being in a conference and playing quality competition. Notre Dame is kind of like special. They're kind of like a special case in retrospect to everybody else in college football. It's always been like that ever since I was a little boy.
I'm about to bet my life on Ohio State. I think the teams are fairly evenly matched, but I haven't seen the explosiveness from Notre Dame that I've seen from Ohio State this season. And I hadn't checked the numbers yet, but I'm very, very confident that I'll probably be putting a good piece of bread on Ohio State.
Buffalo Bills get it done over the Denver Broncos. Did you watch this game 31-7?
I watched every game that was on TV this past week.
Josh Allen, 20 for 26, 272 yards, 2 TDs. Up until, score was 14-7, up until he throws, it was a Hail Mary type pass. The touchdown in the end zone, in the back of the end zone by the running back. Up until that point, Denver was in this game. Denver was in this game, man, and they just fell apart. They're too young, quarterback too young, Bo Nix too young. And so what happened probably was still going to happen, but Buffalo, they won 31-7, but in the first half, really up until the third quarter, the game was really, really a competitive game until really the dam broke once again. I used the term twice today.
They didn't do it.
And the Bills won this game.
Denver didn't do anything outside of that first quarter, sir. Offensively, they did nothing.
Halftime, the score was 10-7.
Yep, they did nothing. They did nothing after that first quarter.
Yeah.
Yep. Buffalo, on the other hand, ran the ball very efficiently with James Cook, had 120 yards on 23 carries, had a touchdown. Josh Allen ran the ball for another 50 yards almost, threw the ball for 272. It's going to be tough for a team to go to Buffalo and win, and that's where Lamar those have to go this upcoming weekend. Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens have to go to Buffalo to find a way to win in Buffalo. Early thoughts on that game, sir?
I love the Ravens, obviously. I'm rooting for the Ravens, so it's hard for me to even be, unbiased. So Ravens played the Bills already this year. They beat them handily in the regular season. It's on the road in Buffalo, which is always a tough place to play in Buffalo. So you got the Ravens versus the Bills. You got the Eagles versus to be determined.
They play the Rams or the winner of the Rams or the Minnesota Vikings, which that game goes down tonight.
That game goes down tonight. So that's still to be determined. And then we already got set. Shouts out to the Texans who got a big win this weekend. Texans on the road taking on the Chiefs. That's going to be probably a murder, a massacre. And then you got the Commanders with Jalen Rose on the road, Jaden Daniels on the road to Detroit, in Detroit. What do you think about the Commanders? You think they got a shot in this game going into Detroit? Detroit's got a lot of injuries. We just talked about this kid Daniels earlier. He's special, but he's still a rookie. This team has been they really flipped the roster. Dan Quinn came in there and made a bunch of changes, got rid of a bunch of guys, brought in a bunch of new guys. But they've had a great season. 12-5 this year for the Commanders. They win their first round. Do you think they got a shot against your Lions?
In NFL history, just 11 rookie quarterbacks have won a playoff game, with Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, and Brock Purdy winning 2 in their first seasons. Additionally, no rookie quarterback has ever started in the Super Bowl, which gives Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix an opening to make history. So the only shot that the Commanders have of winning this game this upcoming weekend is that they have no shot in hell.
No, they got a shot.
No, they don't.
And I like what Daniels did last night, man. He didn't have, it seems like in the past, Lamar has kind of went away from his strong suit, which is running. They ran this weekend. Like somebody sat Lamar down and said, listen, this is how we're going to win by your legs, and for a large majority. Jaden Daniels, he was running a ton last night. Yep. I think that this kid understands that he has to use his God-given ability. And if that means he has to run 20 times, 15, 20 times, I think he's going to do it. I think any team got a shot.
No.
Now, do they have a big shot? Probably not.
This kid threw for almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns with no interceptions, man. He is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, he is not playing football like he's never been in this league
Rookie.
before.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not. He is the epitome of cool, calm, and collected. And all Redskins fans, all Commanders fans, Griff, I'm talking to you, Griff. All Commanders fans should be very, very excited about their team.
Very, very poised. I love the way he throws them slant patterns. Like, very decisive. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Michael Penix. Like, them dudes are very decisive on where they want to go with the football. And when they commit to it, they commit to it. I mean, they're throwing darts in there, man. Those slant patterns, man.
The difference I see with him and Penix is,
well, he's a better athlete than Penix, obviously. Way better athlete.
If Jaden Daniels sees 7 or 8 yards out there, he gonna take those 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, no, I'm talking really about their throwing and how decisive they are with the football. Yeah,
Penix has shown me those last 3 games of the season that he really wants to stay in that pocket. He'll move it, but he wants to stay in the pocket.
Right. Penix is mobile.
Right.
I wouldn't call Penix a dual threat quarterback. Back to that argument. I wouldn't call Penix a dual threat quarterback.
I agree.
I would say he's mobile, and plus, I hate to even bring it up or even say it out loud, but he's had the issues in the past with his knees. Yep. So I don't think he's ever going to be quote unquote a threat running the football, but he's an athlete.
The Atlanta Falcons, speaking of Michael Penix Jr., have fired defensive coordinator Jimmy Lake after a very disappointing season on that side of the ball. Defensively, the Falcons, they did not have it.
Yeah.
And I know Jimmy Lake is probably going to be the scapegoat for that. I do think that some of the owners should be on the head of Raheem Morris as well. But of course, if one's got to go, Morris is not going to fire himself. So then Jimmy Lake has to take that fall. Your thoughts on the Falcons moving in a different direction from their defensive coordinator, Jimmy Lake?
I don't know what's going on in the locker room. But yeah, I think we could get better defensively. We can do some things better. Somebody had to go. I thought I was hoping that it was Rich McKay just to get his bad karma out of the building, as we talked about last week. But that's not going to happen because clearly him and Arthur Blank are boys. That's just never going to happen.
Over the course of the season, the Falcons allowed the highest quarterback completion percentage in the National Football League, right at 70%. And the second most touchdown passes, 34. The team's pass rush, long franchise non-existent situation. It improved after week 12 by Morris when he stepped in and did some assisting. But they're 31st in sacks in the National Football League. And when it comes to quarterback pressures, they only pressure the quarterback 28% of the time. That is a disgusting defense with an offense that scored plenty of points to win.
Mm-hmm.
They had to make a change, man.
Yeah.
They had to make a change.
And I'm not mad. I think we got some good players on defense, man. I think we got some good players on defense. Linebackers, I like some of the linebackers. We're going to have to do something about the pass rush. I think you just mentioned that.
Judon is a good player, man, but he did not do what we needed him to do when it comes to getting sacks and pressuring the quarterback. He didn't do that.
Yeah. You're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Thank you so much. Talking about your ballers and your busters from this past weekend. Some people call them game balls and goats. A lot to give out.
I want to talk to y'all real quick before we go into this break.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to think
we got to get to the last top 5 that we didn't get the chance to go over yet, and we got to talk about the new top 5, and we got to do the Arley report. And we got a lot of stuff to do, man.
You know something that's really cool, man? Lamar Jackson literally really wears a diamond grill when he's playing football, man.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
He has a full front and a full bottom of diamond. He's got a mouthful of diamond. He's got a diamond grill in his mouth, man.
Have you? It was very noticeable. They caught him on a shot. I think he had somebody had hit him hard in the back or something like that, and they gave him a close up, and he kind of smiled, and I was like, oh. I was like, what? Wait a minute.
And he always plays in a diamond grill, man.
He does?
He's straight Florida, man. He's straight Florida.
I can see the NFL pulling
No.
what's the commissioner that rest in peace in the NBA? What's the commissioner?
David Stern.
I can see him pulling a David Stern and be like, man, they're gonna outlaw grills. I can see them doing it. I'm telling you. That's not part of the dress code. You know, in the NBA, they said you have to wear a suit or whatever, and it was really all because of Allen Iverson. I think Lamar Jackson, with that grill that he displayed this past weekend, going to get them grills outlawed.
He's awesome. As Doug mentioned, up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience, the Arleywood Report with Arley Michelle. She'll join us and give us some birthdays and talk about a couple of stories and tell us how her weekend has been. Should be good. We'll also do a top 5. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan
Don't forget
Stewart,
the top
two.
5. Top 5.
I just said that. When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. It's your boys. We're back. It's the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. Now joined by the lovely Arley Michelle. What up,
Arley? Happy anniversary.
Founders Day.
Founders Day.
Yep, that's
to
what
the
it's called.
Reds.
Happy Founders Day, Arley.
First, I want to say I sound like a man. I know it. I'm going to try to sound like a sexy man. Maybe that'll help the people.
I don't know about that. I don't know if it's a good combination.
Sexy man. Shout out to all of my Saras out there, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, for 112 years of sisterhood, service, and scholarship. Shout out to the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. I put on a little cream for the ladies. I have on my red boots today so that everybody can see it. Yeah.
You okay with the term Reds or no?
I don't have a problem with it, but Big Delta says stop it. Big Delta sends us letters, and Big Delta says stop it. You are not a red. You are not diminished to one color of this illustrious sorority. That is exactly what they wrote on. I
didn't even realize that was an issue. Y'all call the Deltas the Reds on y'all yard at Georgia Tech?
We did not.
Yes. No, I'm saying Georgia Tech.
We did.
Yeah, we
called back in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean we were the Bros, they were the Reds.
And I was about to say at one
point.
But
I've come to find out in recent years that some of y'all take offense to that.
Well, I was about to say, all you said. Did you say big sister? What'd you call it?
Delta. Big
okay.
Delta.
Big Omega at one point in time told us not to call ourselves dogs. Remember that?
Well, but that's
they
totally
tried
different.
to move us in a different direction.
That's a totally different conversation. I just think that nicknames, and maybe this is stuff that we don't even need to talk about in public like this. Maybe we need to have backroom discussions.
We have a Panhellenic council meeting after the show.
Okay, all right. How was your weekend, Arley?
It was pretty good. I've been sick, so not as good as I wanted to be. But I was very thankful for the snow day on Friday because it forced me to stay myself in the bed. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I have. I think it's sinus related because. Yeah, I don't know. All this weather back and forth between New Orleans and y'all know how Louisiana weather is. It'll be 90 degrees in the middle of December. Like they just don't have a concept of cold.
Hottest place I've ever been to in my life, New Orleans. It's silly hot down there. Yeah.
Ooh, playing golf there in the summers is pretty tough.
Oh, and it's hot, and it's not good for your hair. Let me just say, those natural women out here. I had a perm when I was in college here, and it could manage it a little better. This natural down here, and it's raining, so it's just. Whew. Anyway, that's what's happening.
Let's
How
get to
y'all's
the story,
weekend?
Arley, so we can let you get out of here so you can go ahead and rest your voice some, Arley.
Yes, so y'all don't get all my good Lou Rawls sexy. It's your girl, Arley Michelle, with the Two Live Stews experience and the Arleywood report for this January the 13th. Y'all, guess who's having a birthday? So one of y'all gonna have to sing it today because I'm gonna not sound so. Who ready? And 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
lead us
you.
to the pros, man.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Lead us to the pros, man.
Right, you had to warn me on the yes. I was trying.
My bad.
Great job. I don't know why Doug. I think y'all should think about a duo.
No, I don't want to sing with him. He brings me.
Y'all sound very similar. Anyway, okay, today, actress, dancer, more melanated Aunt Viv, Janet Hubert is
More
69
melanated
today.
Aunt Viv.
The black Aunt Viv.
I didn't want to say dark skin and light skin, so I said the one that was more melanated.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, well,
That's
y'all know
good
what
though.
to
That's
do.
politically correct.
I'm political. I'm trying.
The light skin Aunt Viv was whack. I'll say it. Light skin Aunt Viv was whack. Dark skin Aunt Viv was the ish.
She was. I liked her better. And when she did the dance at 5, 6, 7, 8, when she put out that 5, 6, 7 on them little young girls, yep, they weren't ready. The light skinned one couldn't have done that. You know it.
Right.
But she was Juilliard trained.
I think they got rid of the whole storyline of her being a former dancer or something when they brought light skinned Aunt Viv in. They never even mentioned that again because Aunt Viv was like a well-trained.
Well, she just said she was from Juilliard. She was Juilliard trained.
Yeah. They got rid of that whole theme when they brought in light-skinned Aunt Viv.
Yeah, they had to. Old people having babies had to come with that. Anyway, writer-producer Shonda Rhimes, 55 today. You know, she is a powerhouse in this industry. Former NFL running back, Muscle Hamster was his nickname. Why? Doug Martin is 36 today. He was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Anyway, socialite and model, I guess is what we call her. Lori Harvey is 28. That little baby just 28. She's been around the world.
She's been around for 40 years or so.
Yeah. She's been around the world, and can't find her baby.
I like her. She's pretty
cool. Do you now?
Yep. No, I mean not like that. I mean I just think never mind. Go ahead.
Right. We missed birthdays on January 11th for superstar Mary J. Blige, who turned 54. And yesterday, Issa Rae, y'all know, media mogul, Issa Rae turned 40. Little babies.
Love me some Issa Rae. You like Issa Rae, man?
I love Issa Rae, man. She's awesome.
She is. Did y'all watch her show that they canceled? Rap SHIT?
No.
I did not. Is it
Go
good?
back and watch the 2 seasons. It was so good.
What channel was it on? Or what streaming network?
HBO, I think.
Okay.
You know, she had that whole deal with HBO. So it was amazing. I loved it. And when they told me it was going to be not be renewed, I couldn't understand why. She moved like the story from LA with the like 30 somethings to a younger group, which was the rap. It was called Rap Shit. But she had that. It was so cute. Mm-hmm. And she used just all kinds of different people. So it was really good.
Very talented and super, super fine. When she do herself up, she's super fine.
She can do herself up when she do herself up or down, she looked good to me.
Look at y'all. All right. Well, first story up, you guys. I had no idea this was going on. I do know that different states use different uses incarcerated labor, but I had no idea that 800 inmates were out there fighting fires in LA. Am I just today years old and knew that was going on?
I didn't know that either.
I knew about that because they've requested assistance from Mexico, Canada, and the prisoners. And I don't agree with them putting the prisoners out there to fight no fires. I just don't agree with that.
I'm gonna tell you something. They let me out to fight a damn fire. I'm gonna make a run for it. I am absolutely gonna make a run for it because there's too much commotion going on. There's fires going on. That's a perfect distraction for me to make a run for it.
So here in Columbus, they use the inmates to collect the trash weekly in the city. And
Oh,
they
like
use the
on a dump
they
truck?
use the yes on the dump trucks. Yes,
Oh.
there's one waste management engineer driving the truck, and there's 2 prisoners in the back of the truck picking up the garbage. Okay. Also, here in Columbus, the prisoners are used to service the golf courses. So they cut the grass and they clean up and they fix divots and they do stuff at the golf courses as well. I'm not down with them putting them guys out there to fight fires if they haven't been physically trained to fight fires. That's not cool.
Well, there is a program. So in California, there's a gentleman who was a part of that program, and he continues to keep the program going, where it trains inmates so that when they get out, when their time is served, they have the ability to go in and apply to become firefighters or use their training in forestry and firefighting, fighting forestry fires and firefighting, to be rehabilitated. So it's a great rehabilitation program.
That's awesome.
The issue I have with it, because they are trained, they're not just out there like give you a hose, go with what you know. They are being trained before they do it. It's a program through the California system. However, they are paid about $10.24. They can't make no more than $10.24 a day. I might have put my life on the line and you give me $10. And some of my sentence might not be commuted because you're getting cheap labor. So why would you commute my sentence?
I'm making a run for it. Absolutely. I only need.
Doug
I
said,
mean,
"Screw it."
I'm sure they got one of those little things on their ankles, right?
Yeah, they got ankle
I mean, they paying
bracelets
it
and they
say
probably got people
prison.
watching them.
Yeah, I'm making a run for it.
I'm torn. I feel like it's great for rehabilitation, like because you're supposed to be in there learning so that you don't come
Learn
back.
a trade.
Recidivism is big.
Right.
Learning a trade is big. Getting your GED, doing something. But I feel like they're taking advantage because people don't want to go to work. Like, see, that's how they're going to import. No, not import. That's not a word. So they're going to get rid of all the illegal people that are doing jobs that we don't want to do. They're just going to give them to prisoners and not pay them at all.
Mhm. All prison is they use the prisoners like slaves.
Yep.
I mean, it's really, what was the name of that documentary on Netflix?
13.
Yeah, if you've seen 13, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. It really just transitioned from Jim Crow to the prison system.
Because they lock you up for anything.
Yeah.
So they could use, because it said you could be an indentured servant. It just can't be a slave. It's terminology.
Every black person in America need to watch that documentary 13. And it'll really open your eyes up to some real shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would suggest. Every black person needs to watch that documentary at least once. I've watched it a couple times.
FM just made a very good point, which I was thinking. Said you can't get a firefighter job because you are incarcerated.
But you can learn how when you are incarcerated and then get a firefighter job.
That's wild.
I'm not sure. It's so much. I just know that Kim K, she's all about this legal thing. She's going to be, because in California, if you you don't have to go to law school, but if you can pass the bar, you can be a lawyer and you work under somebody for a while. It's like some different steps to it, but it's like you ain't got to go to school, which is an insult to those of us who stressed and cried and prayed while we were in school.
I was about to say, damn, Arley, how you feel about that with all that time you put in to get your degree?
Child, some type of way. I feel some type of way. I feel some type of way. But she is putting her, mouth. It's probably not appropriate, but she's speaking to Gavin Newsom. Okay. She's speaking to Gavin Newsom, trying to encourage him to change the law. Now, the Californians had an opportunity to vote about this labor and free labor, and 53.3% of them voted to continue it the way it is. So, they rejected it was Proposition 6 that allowed forced labor in prisons. So California was able to vote on a 53% margin. So not too many, 3% over, 4% over voted to say continue it the way it is. Let's just keep using those buckaroos out there and let them do stuff. I don't want them out to fight my fire. People are dying and I die and I'm in jail. It just does not go to.
Have y'all seen video footage of what's going on out there, man?
It's apocalyptic.
It is unbelievable.
It is. And all the rumors are going on and all the petty fighting and stuff that's happening. I have y'all know I'm a a conspiracy theorist, so I have my conspiracies about why it's happening the way, because it's almost 20 years this year for Hurricane Katrina. So that's going to be interesting. A lot of stuff is going to come out about Hurricane Katrina in August, because things will be released, because I guess you have to bind them for 20 years and keep them sealed, and then after 20 years they can come out. But it's just interesting to me how those things are happening. Prayers to all of the people out in Los Angeles, not just the people suffering with the fires, but air quality is bad. I mean, it's a scary time. It looks like, they say, just looking at it, it's just scary. So, next up, we have everybody up in arms about the boy reading. Can't the man just have his reading rainbow moment? Wide receiver for the Eagles, A.J. Brown, was reading a book on the sideline of the game versus the Packers. The Eagles were up, no biggie. He was sitting there having a little moment reading, and everybody going, "Oh, what are you doing? Oh my God, it's the middle of the game." But he was reading a book called Inner Excellence, written by former Chicago Cubs player Jim Murphy. And what AJ explained to everybody was he does that several times during the game. He sits, he reads to refocus himself. The passage, he said, "Man, it gives me a sense of peace. That's a book that I bring to every single game. My teammates call it the recipe. For him, it's mental. The game is mental. He knows the physical. He can do anything and everything, but he got to make mental too. He got to get his mental good." What y'all think about it?
I'd cut his ass right now.
I can't believe this ninja was on the sideline during the playoff game reading a freaking book.
The minute the game is over, I tell you, bring your goddamn playbook to the office. Get your ass out of here. I don't care what kind of explanation he got.
Go.
No.
Are y'all serious? I just knew y'all was like, they don't want a black man to read.
You may not, and I'm not saying this to offend
you.
Are.
You may not understand the culture of football.
Yes, I do. I lived with one. I raised one.
That's true. So let me back up from that a little bit.
Everything is football. Eat, sleep, drink it.
To put it in everyday terms, that what he did is like so out of order.
Is it blasphemous?
Yes, that's a good word. Yeah. Can you imagine if it's not a playbook, you pull out some nonfiction book and you read on the sideline?
I mean,
you played NFL. What do you think would happen or should happen in that situation? A dude just pulls out a book in the middle of the game, a close game in relative terms, and starts reading some book.
This is a sign that there is no protocol on the sideline or in the Philadelphia Eagles regime. There's no one that can check A.J. Brown.
You think?
Yes, there's no doubt about it. Listen, everyone on that sideline in uniform.
That was definitely somebody lashing out.
Listen, everybody on that sideline wearing a uniform is a pro. So everyone's eyes during games, especially games of that magnitude, needs to be on the game, because I might see something that somebody else doesn't see, and I can tell you to help you out to play better on the field. He is disengaged if he's reading a freaking book on the sideline.
That's a professional word, disengaged.
He's disengaged.
You're exactly
right. He is not a part of what everybody should be doing on that particular field, and he can't be there doing that.
Hey,
well, he led the team in yards this season.
Arley, one more second. I'm gonna take it a step further.
He led the team in yards. I know, Arley. He's a phenomenal player. He's one of the best receivers in the league.
I'm gonna take it a step further, man. I think that he may be a candidate for a blanket party in the locker room after the game.
Yeah, man.
Arley, you know what a blanket party is?
I feel like I do. I don't want it.
Throw a big ass blanket over you and just beat the shit out of you. I couldn't believe that when I saw that, man.
Hey, man, Porsche would walk up and down the sideline, talk to offensive linemen on our team, because he would be watching the opposing team's defense, and he'd be like, "Hey, man, every time that guy puts his left hand down on the ground, he's falling back. Every time his right hand's on the ground, he's coming forward. If he stands straight." Those things help you win ball games.
Hey, man, it's crazy. I got a Porsche story about the exact same thing, kind of, sort of. in this whole conversation.
He was a consummate pro, sir.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be like that for your team to have its best chances to win.
Look up Robin Porsche, and I'm gonna tell a story at some point here about Porsche at South Carolina State. What I witnessed him do, man, and kind of like the same conversation, man.
Poor AJ.
Outstanding job, Arley. Outstanding job.
Oh, I just thought AJ.
Nah.
Before I leave, I need y'all to just know that former football star Martellus Bennett wrote a children's book called Dear Black Boy, and it's a letter of encouragement to all of the black boys around the world who feel like sports are all they have. So that was supposed to be my segue, because I thought we were going to be so happy about the baby reading, but clearly
the baby can't read on the sideline in the middle of a game.
Arley.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
She got a big old heart now.
Shout out to all the people out there in Stu Nation. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Stay warm, stay dry, stay out the fire. Just stay still.
Let me ask you this question, man. Do you think Ray Lewis, if AJ Brown was on the Ravens when Ray Lewis played there, do you not think Ray Lewis wouldn't have beat his ass after the game?
Yeah.
Or slap him or something?
That would be a problem, man. He got to be engaged, man. He got to be engaged.
He just need a good shake. Somebody go shake him.
I'm all about brothers reading. That was one of my things. One of my goals for the year. I
read in the middle of a game?
Not in the game. Not during the game, man.
Unless it's your playbook, you cannot read
that's right.
in the middle of the goddamn game.
Outstanding job, Arley. Thank you. Be safe out there in them streets.
Hi, y'all.
That's these youngins, man.
Y'all can
These
catch
new
her this
kids,
Wednesday
man.
on the No Show with the Great Naughty Dread on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. They come on 2 hours before the Joe Hamilton Show at 9 o'clock.
The book was this thick, man. The book was this thick.
All right, man.
Tree,
Up
Tree,
next,
come back.
we'll...
I want you to see with my fingers how thick it is. The book was that thick.
We'll do a top 5 up next. Y'all keep it locked to your boys. Two Live Stews, Duck Store, Ryan Store, and the Two Live Stews Experience.
Oh, my
Top 5 up
God.
next. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arley?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. Looks like your boys are back to Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart to make up those Two Live Stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. Top 5 about to go down. We got a pretty good top 5 today. We go over our last top 5 results from last Monday. I wasn't here Thursday, so they held the results for me. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Yep.
Really appreciate that.
So, we ready to unveil it?
I got like 5 text messages during the game when they showed that overview of AJ holding that book in his hand. And a couple of my teammates was like, what the hell is this ninja doing? Is this not a wild card playoff game? And he got his weekend reading with him on the bench?
Yeah, nah, that's some newfangled diva type, like Terrell Owens and all of the diva stuff he did would never even do anything like that. I don't think Terrell Owens would have even done anything like that.
I know one thing, and you believe this too because you tell me all the time. In my man cave, I can only watch one TV at a time, even though there's multiple TVs. If you're reading a book, you're not paying attention to anything else.
Yeah, man.
I mean, nothing. If you're reading a book, you're not paying attention to nothing.
Listen to Naughty. See, a great football player reading can do wonders for youth. It can be mad at because it's football, Naughty.
No, man. I'm gonna tell a quick story. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that.
Tell a quick story, man. Then we gotta get to the top 5, and we gotta announce the new top 5, which I'm very confident I'm gonna win this one as well.
It's an embarrassing story, so I probably shouldn't tell it. So I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, all right.
Well, since you asked, when we were doing radio back in the day, man, you would play hangman during the show with one of the producers. You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were playing hangman during the show.
Are you talking about doing the commercial?
No, man. We were doing segments, and you were playing hangman.
I don't remember. You miss it. You thinking about somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The other person I did the show with for 15 years. My bad.
I don't even play hangman on my personal time. Why would I play hangman?
Okay. Maybe it wasn't hangman, but you and Malcolm were playing something. Maybe it wasn't hangman, but it was something.
You sure it didn't have anything to do with the show topic or something like that?
Well, that's probably what it was. Never mind.
I haven't played hangman since the 4th grade, man. I know how to play it because my kids used to play it.
Who won this top 5 and how bad did I get beat last time? Let's get to it, man.
Tree, show the results. Show the results. Ryan's top. Oh, she wants us to kind of review it. We did the top 5 old school board games. You had checkers, chess, taboo, operation, monopoly. Hold on right there, Tree. I want to review this. Checkers is really not what I think most people consider a board game. It is a board game, but not based on the category.
It can't be a board game and not a board game. Stop. Just stop.
Same thing
and
with
if you
chess.
already won, man. Why? If you already won, why are you continuing to belittle my list? Be better than that, man.
Show mine. This is my top 5. Let's move on. Top 5 list, old school board games. Mine was number 5, Life, Scrabble, Risk, Clue, and Monopoly at number 1. And let's see the final results. Oh, another victory for Dougie.
It was close.
54%, 30 votes to 26 votes.
Damn, it was close.
And if I'm not mistaken, that puts me to 5-2.
No, you're
6-2.
You're 4-3.
No, that's not right. That's definitely not right. Tree will come up with the tally.
Well, no, Tree, can you come on? Yeah, let's get this straight right now. Wait a minute.
Tree knows the tally.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Come on in here, Tree. Good morning.
I think it's 6-3 or 6-2.
Stay out of this.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tree, what's the tally?
I was getting it together. I keep it stored somewhere. That's why I kept putting my finger up, but you just keep saying it. Okay. But I'm gathering it. But Douglas, I just want to warn you, you're not going to win today.
Oh yeah?
I don't think so.
Well, Tree, if you can't provide us with a tally right now, I think we should throw them out.
Let me go out and get it, okay? But I want
we hadn't even done this thing 10 times yet. You don't know what the record is?
We do know what the record is. Tree and Noddy knows what the record
told us. Nobody's told us the record.
We can go back to the last time
banners, but I can't do 29 things at once.
Don't argue with him, Tree. Go ahead, Tree.
I did wake up out of my sleep. I'm telling you.
Good. Thank you, Tree.
Got you, Doug.
Okay. We'll see what the people got to say. So this top 5 is what's the top 5 title, Tree? Once again. Top 5 events in Atlanta? Is that how we put it? We put it as simple as that?
Top 5 moments in Atlanta history that the nation will never forget. That's the top 5. Top 5 moments in Atlanta history that the nation will never forget. And I got a good one. I mean, my list is fire. F-I-I-I-I-E-Y. Fire.
And you're watching the Two Lost Shoes Experience.
Is that how you spell fire?
Hold on a second. Let me make sure of something.
F-I-I-I-E-Y. Fire. F-I-E-E-E-Y-E. Fire.
Top 5 moments in Atlanta history that the nation will never forget.
Oh, and that's it. For the record, no. I see what's going on here. For the record, that's the question for today's top 5.
I misread the question, but still, okay. I'm fine.
All
right.
Okay. Go ahead. There goes the tally. You saw the results? 6-3 as of July 13th.
Right. Okay. Now, I I'm going to be totally upfront and transparent. I misunderstood and misread the question.
Hey man, save all that for your grandkids.
But my answers are still fire. So because I won the last one, I want you to go ahead and give your top 5 first.
All right, man. Top 5 moments in ATL history that the nation will never, ever forget. The 1996 Olympics. I'll never forget it. I was mad I was in Detroit until they said that bomb blew up inside that stadium. But that's one of the things I'll never, ever forget about the ATL, the 96 Olympics. Number 4, the Ray Lewis murders. The Ray Lewis murder charges. Sir, I was in Buckhead 1 block away from them when that happened. I was partying that night. That's something that will never, ever be forgotten. Look, man, if you got kids, especially black ones, you remember Wayne Williams.
Especially
you
black ones.
Remember Wayne Williams.
Yeah.
The ATL child murderers, that situation took place between 79 and 81. Now, deep down in my heart, being someone that was living in Atlanta, not during that, but I'm convinced that Wayne had nothing to do with it. I'm convinced that they pinned this whole thing on Wayne.
You do?
What black man killing little black kids, man? Stop it. Stop it.
But they got like a lot of evidence on them though. They did a documentary. I watched the documentary. They got some evidence on them though.
Bring Arley in for a second, Tree. Bring Arley in for a second. She's over there trying to speak. I think she might say something.
I was just saying, Wayne Williams, they could only pin, I believe it was 2 out of the 29 kids. And I was going to school back then. It was not Wayne Williams. I don't care what nobody say. I say
Thank
it was
you.
some people. Mm-hmm. They can do with 2 out of 29. What other 27? Who did?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. All right, that's number 3, Wayne Williams. Number 2, Freaknik, 92 through 95. People all around the world still talk about Freaknik. I was in Germany at Aunt Mimi's house, and we got on a train to go someplace. And I overheard some German folks talking about Freaknik 95. The world knows that. And last but not least, man.
Hold on. Before you get to your last one, where this topic come from? Was it because we were snowed in?
Hey man, whatever you're trying to do to save your list because you did something wrong, do it someplace else. Number 1 on my list, the 28-3 debacle of the 2017 Super Bowl loss to New England. Oh my gosh, that's number 1. The world will never allow us to forget that, but everyone knows that's my top 5.
I did have a dyslexic moment, and
that's
I
my
read
top
something
5.
totally different than
I
the
can't wait to see your list. Let's do it, Doug. I can't wait to see your list.
Roll out the list, Tree. We still gonna ride with our list. Top 5 historical moments that put Atlanta on the map. Coming in at number 5, the Atlanta Falcons drafting of Mike Vick. The biggest and best sports ticket in this town forever. There'll never be another one that tops that. Coming in at number 4, Tyler Perry Studios opened in 2019. Why do I say that? Because this is Black Hollywood. I think you even coined the term, Black Hollywood. That's Atlanta now. What Atlanta is known as, everybody's coming to Atlanta to try to be part of this culture of Black Atlanta. And Tyler Perry putting a movie studio here is big. Coming in at number 3. I didn't talk during yours. Don't talk during mine. Coming in at number 3, I got the Olympics, just like you had. When Muhammad Ali lit the torch, we thought he was going to burn his damn arm off and half the city, but he didn't. He lit the torch, and the Olympics were here in 96. Coming in at number 2. First Freaknik in 83. You talked about 90 through 95. That's just when you were here. The beginning of Freaknik was in 83. Was a huge thing to the culture and to Atlanta.
83.
Coming in at number 2.
Who told you that?
Coming in at number 2. Look it up. Do some research.
We was in Monk's Corner in 83, man.
Coming in at number 1. Andre 3000 said the South got something to say at the 95 Source Awards. Atlanta for about 20 plus years have dominated hip hop. ever since the 95 Source Awards, when 3 Stacks told the world the South got something to say. That's my top 5, damn it.
Y'all make sure you go to vote, even though it's very hard to find out where you vote, but make sure you go to vote. All right? Y'all go to vote. Doug's list, I mean, Freaknik in 83. I mean,
that's the first year.
That's
the first year Freaknik was 83.
You think about the Black College Cookout, man. It's okay.
Okay, we'll see. So we'll have up these top 5 lists by noon today, and you can vote in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group.
So where? Okay, so it's in the Two Live Stews.
It'll be pinned to the top of the page. I always pin it to the top of the page.
A lot of people have been pulling me to the side, asking me where do they go vote? Where do they go vote? Where do they go vote? We got to figure out a way to make this thing. Can we put it on an app someplace or something, man? We got to figure out a way to make it easier for people to see and vote.
It's on the top of the page. It's pinned at the top of the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group.
Yeah,
and if you want, why don't you just copy the link and post it on your page? You can do that. I've never done that, but that's a great idea.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What, Tree? What? Why you shake your hand like that, Tree?
I just want to say I'm so proud of you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Douglas, I want you got to be a little bit more gracious. You understood the assignment. I made it very clear. This was rooted in how ATLians showed their ass. And we were all on the national news, driving around, having parties because of the snow. I'm willing to let you take the whole thing back, but what you're not going to do is discount this man. He did his work this morning. Stellar.
Who?
Stellar.
Ryan?
Thank you.
Tree,
Stellar.
hold on. I don't. No, come back on, Tree. Come back on.
Yes,
I got a real problem for you being. You should be neutral in this.
Why don't you just go to the back bedroom and talk to her?
I'm always on your side. I am all.
It sounds like you're campaigning for him, is what I'm saying, Tree.
But you never say that when I get on your side.
That's true.
No, you never say that.
You never get on my side. You always neutral whenever I do it good.
Hey,
no, I'm not.
I have a question. Do y'all go downstairs for pizza after the show together?
Can we get to the last 48? Thank you, Ryan. Great, stellar.
All right, last 48.
Thank you.
The top 5 will be posted today, and we'll let the people.
I don't want to
let the people speak.
I just wonder if y'all go downstairs for pizza together after the show.
Last 48. The biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours. Actually, it's a little bit more than that, but who's counting? Breaking news: former Georgia quarterback Carson Beck from Football Forever. He committed to Miami, man. Miami is reportedly signing Beck to a 1-year, $4 million NIL deal. He's going to succeed. Obviously, Cam Waters, the Canes starting quarterback for the 2025 season. When I saw that, it was kind of like a shock because up until the story dropped, he was going to the league.
Gunnar Stockton came in and threw for 234 in that game versus Notre Dame, had a touchdown. Gunnar Stockton also ran for minus yards, but after the year that Beck had, if Gunnar Stockton was to come in there and do anything good, I saw Kirby Smart moving in a different direction. So what blows my mind is how this kid can be a starter for multiple years at a school as prestigious and as good as Georgia is right now and say, you know what? I'm taking my ball and I'm going someplace else.
Yeah, it's very political because, remember, the Stockton kid is from Georgia.
Yes.
And Carson Beck is from Florida.
That's right.
He's from Florida, right. So the biggest NIL deal that he probably could get was probably at a school in Florida.
To my understanding, his NIL money was doubled. He was on $2 million last year.
Georgia could come up with $2 million, and
Miami came up with $4
million. Wow. This is the time we living in, man. This is the time we living. I love it.
Okay, so not to even harp on the money. Let's not even harp on the money. I want to dig a little bit deeper with this situation. After the year he had, his draft stock dropped.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
So
I think his draft stock dropped. Yes,
I agree.
I believe that.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
If you could stay in college and make more money and go someplace where you probably be just as successful, if not more successful.
And it's Miami. It's in Miami.
It's Miami. They're in the ACC, and it's a less productive product on the field in the ACC than the SEC. His numbers should go up to help his draft stock, and he's making more money. Brilliant move by Beck.
Yeah.
Brilliant move by Beck. Now,
it was just a shock when I saw that because the last thing we heard, he was going to the league, right?
Yeah, I would if I was him, I wouldn't go to the league right now either. But
yeah,
it's mind-blowing how these kids now, hey man, you
they
get
got
you
options.
2 or 3 good years in college, and you ain't got to worry about going to bang your head in the National Football League. Beck is going to be leaving this thing with about $4, $6, with about $7, $8 million in 3 years, man.
You know what? That's going to happen. That's going to happen. You remember the kid that played, I can't remember who he played for, but he left school, and instead of going to the NFL, he could have played in the NFL. He became like a neurosurgeon or something like that. He played at Florida State. I can't call his name. Myron something.
Right. I can't think of his last name.
That's going to happen now because you're right. If a kid is a 5-star and he balls out, you know, he didn't even have the ball out his first year.
Myron Roll.
Yes. So you're going to have some kids that are very academically inclined that going to make $5-10 million in college on an NIL deal and be like, F the NFL. That's going to happen.
Here's my only concern about the NIL. Well, 2 concerns. One, they're going to have to regulate it at some point in time. They're going to have to. And 2,
when you say regulate, what do you mean?
They're going to have to put up some constraints. They're just not going to be able to allow it to continue to be like the old Wild Wild West. They're going to have to put a cap on the number. They're going to have to have.
Why? They don't put a cap on no job that you can get.
Well,
why would they put a cap on it?
There's a cap in the NFL. There's a cap in the NBA. There's a cap in all. There's a cap in all professional sports.
The NFL, right? These are pros.
This is pro now, sir. It is all pro.
I think if that was something that had to be done, you know, legally, I think it would have been done.
Oh no, Doug, this is brand new though. This is 2-3 years in.
I don't see how you can cap somebody's
It's the
money.
Wild Wild West right now. They're trying to figure this thing out.
If I go down to said advertiser and they want to give me $20 million, why can't I take it? You can't stop me from taking $20 million somebody want to give me? I don't know. Maybe you're right. I'm not an attorney, but that just sounds crazy to put a cap on some money that somebody wants to give you.
What's the Connecticut head coach for women's basketball name?
Gino Auriemma.
Gino Auriemma.
Yeah.
I'm going to find what he said something this past weekend, and I'm going to see if I can find
to this conversation. All right, yes. So we got more Last 48 coming up. We're going to read chat. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Don't go away. 2 Live Stews. It's your boys. Don't go away.
Yeah. It's your boys, the 2 Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those 2 Live Stews. This Lisa Jam giving me college party vibes. Till Dog 12. Correct, sir. That was that 2-minute trespass with your boys, the 2 Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews.
Mm-hmm.
I like that 2-minute trespass. I think that might be my new favorite part of the show.
Yeah, Tree's going rogue and just is bringing out all her favorites. I sent Tree like 100 songs to play. She ain't played one of them yet.
Okay, we got time.
I know the fuck you ain't. I mean, just one day where I support this man and you're all in your feelings. You want to talk about this now or after the show? Because that is a lie from the pits of hell. I absolutely do everything you ask me to do, Douglas. Okay?
I'm still here, dogs and poodles. I'm still here.
I have played songs from your little list. I asked Ryan for a list, but he's kind of afraid to give one because of what's happening right here. When you don't get your way, where's my finger? When you don't get your way, you can't handle it.
I was just joking, Tree. It's not that serious.
Okay, let's get back to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
She asked me for music, and I was like, no thanks. Whatever you guys want to play, it's fine. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm,
go ahead.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
I'm here for whatever y'all want to play, guys. It's fine.
It was really tongue in cheek. I was just joking. Roll out the memes. Imagine your child looks more like you than you do yourself. So Ice Cube kid, we know about his kid, O'Shea.
Yep. O'Shea.
T.I.'s son. I've never seen this kid before. I always see the other little
it's the other one that's always obnoxious. King. You always see King.
King, right. I always see King.
Right. Yeah, this one, I can't think of his name.
This kid, Ja Rule kid, look more like Ja Rule and Ja Rule. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ja Rule's son looks more like Ja Rule than Ja Rule does.
That's scary. Arley, come on for a second.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you agree?
I totally do. Ja Rule's son, I was like, wait a minute, who is that with Ja Rule? But I was looking at the wrong one.
Oh, you were looking at the wrong one.
I was like, the heavyset dude with Ja Rule, who is that? But that was Ja Rule. I'm trying to figure out which one T.I.'s son. I think that's T.I.'s son who he likes to stay out the lamp. I think he plays an instrument or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which one that is. Because the other one was like a little pig kind of. He looked like his mama. Ooh.
I always see King. King always getting all the attention.
King just had the baby, and the baby looked like them too. Lord Jesus.
Lord bless
today.
King is with child now?
Yeah.
I did a whole story on it, Ryan.
King having babies around here, man.
The King got a baby. And he's 20. And remember T.I. was on a news show. He was like, oh, I'm gonna handle him like I'm gonna make him a thug. I'm just gonna make this I'm gonna make my grandbaby a thug. Cause he got a little, I don't think he really liked King.
I mean, King is hard to like. King is hard to like, though. Be honest.
Remember, we had the whole conversation that he looked like Fraggle Rock.
Yeah. Down at Fraggle Rock.
I don't know where he was.
Yeah.
Do you remember he looked like Fraggle Rock, Ryan?
I do remember that. I remember the Fraggle Rock conversation. Thank you, Arley.
Okay. Next one, Tree. Please, Mel. Hip hop book. 50 Cent says he's tired of female rappers rapping about the same thing. Being too overly sexual in their music and damaging young girls. What do you think?
You know what this is, right? You know what this is, right?
What?
He's about to drop a female group or something. That's all this is. It's business for him. Everything.
Yeah, but do you agree with the statement that is overly sexual?
Well, yeah. I mean, Sexy Red and all these new rappers are it's very sexual.
Everybody's performing naked.
They're naked and it's very sexual. Talking about booty holes and Nutsie juice and all kind of stuff. Yeah. It's very sexual.
Nutsie juice all the time. They talk about Nutsie juice.
But again, it's working for them, so I'm not opposed to it. And I think that he's just setting up the opportunity to create the alternative to this. Watch. 50 is a hustler, man. Just watch.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely a hustler. I remember the days. I miss the days of MC Light coming to the stage in a bomber jacket or something, man, and boots, Timbs.
Well, little
jeans, not naked.
Little Kim used to show her stuff too.
Yeah, but
I mean, really showing her stuff. She did, and then she started cutting herself up to look like somebody else, and then we fell in love with her.
All right, next one, Tree, and you're watching 2 Live Stu's experience. I could talk about that all day long.
Sex is good too. Sex is good.
Yeah, but is it good for the children that's watching this?
Well, again, me and the wife had a debate about this last week. The kids use YouTube on these tablets and stuff. And when you're watching YouTube and all these videos and these streaming things, when one video goes, something else just pops up, whether you call it or not. And you don't get to determine what pops up.
Yeah, it's horrible. TikTok, we had a 10-minute long dissertation from Tree about TikTok. And she's in favor of TikTok. And TikTok is the same thing. Like this TikTok, what they show on TikTok and how these rappers dress and all of that. It's just Sodom and Gomorrah. It's Sodom and Gomorrah today. That's what it is.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
All right, next one, Tree. You're watching the 2 Live Stu's experience.
AP All-Pro was announced a couple of days ago now. First team offense. Look who it is, man.
Lamar.
You do know the same people that vote for the MVP vote for this All-Pro. I wonder why they keep it quiet. Like, is it secret ballot or something like that? So point and bring this up. You got Saquon, all the positions, first team offense. But the point that I wanted to bring this up and have a quick discussion on, historically, the person that wins that's first team All-Pro, they do win the MVP as well if they're a quarterback.
The minute I saw Lamar Jackson's name first, I said the setup is real. They patronizing Lamar with this to give Josh Allen that MVP.
You think they're playing with him? No.
Yes.
In the history of the league, whoever is the quarterback, and Nadi, give me a thumbs up if this is right. If a quarterback has won the All-Pro, first team All-Pro,
he's been the MVP.
He's been the MVP. Never happened. So it'll be a first if it does happen. You'll know it's some bullshit if it does happen this year.
Man,
unless it's a running back.
Unless
another quarterback. AP did win MVP. And Peyton Manning was the first team All-Pro quarterback.
Nadi just stole my thunder. Thank you, Nadi. He just stole my thunder. So the setup may not be for Josh Allen. The setup may be we're going to deny you, Lamar, and give you this bone, but Saquon Barkley's going to be our MVP.
Nah, Saquon ain't going to win this MVP. I don't think so.
He got 2,000, sir. He ran for 2,000, sir. Yeah. And they're debating the quarterbacks.
Once again, the person that you should think of in 2,000-yard season is OJ. I never gave, and Dickerson's had it for what, 30-something years?
40-something years, man.
I've always given that credit to OJ. I did the little video on it as well, breaking it down. We talked about it on the show, I think. In my mind, I always believed that the real symbol for a 2,000-yard rusher in a season is still OJ because he had the most yards average per game. I don't think Saquon's going to win. I would be shocked if Saquon won it.
I think the reason why they might give it to Saquon is because he took it like a trooper when they didn't put him back out there to get the record. And he hadn't fussed. He hadn't.
Definitely a team guy. Yeah, definitely a team guy.
He came out yesterday and worked his behind off. Had
definitely
an incredible game. Yeah, man. Again. And you know them folk don't want Lamar to get it 3 times, man. You know that.
No, I know they don't. You should read
some that, man.
If some of these posts that you read, man, it's just amazing that it's damn near 100% whoever roots against him is a colonizer.
Even as of last night, they keep putting up the side-by-side comparisons of Lamar and Josh Allen. And it's not even close. Lamar's year is much better than Josh Allen's, but they're still talking about it like it's Josh Allen's.
Yeah,
they're still talking about it, man.
Yep.
I think the fix is in, man. I really do.
You don't think he's gonna win it?
They don't like Lamar, man. He got a mouthful of diamond teeth. He got diamonds on his teeth, man.
You say they don't like him, but he's already won it twice. So they didn't sabotage it before. They didn't just throw away half the votes for him before. I think a lot of this thing is out of their hands. I think it's out of their hands.
They don't like how they also don't like how he always does these interviews with that Scully on and just his eyes out in his mouth. He got his whole. They don't like that.
Straight Miami shawty.
I'm telling you, they don't like that. You think I'm joking, man? I'm dead serious, man.
He's straight Miami, man. Yeah, he's straight.
He got a mouthful of. You do know he got a mouthful of diamonds in his mouth, right? They don't like that, man.
Whatever it is. All right. Was that the last one, Tree? We got one more.
One more. I got a real problem with this one. I don't believe y'all did me like this.
If one actor go, you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. If one actor got to go and their work, which one is it? This is super simple to me.
This is impossible, man. They're all great at their craft. But Will got to go. Yeah, Will Smith got to go, man.
Yeah, he got to go. He got to go. No, wait. My bad. Bring it back up. No. I moved over to another screen for half a second. Are you kidding me? Idris got to go.
You out of your damn mind.
Are you kidding me?
Idris Elba?
Sir, have you ever seen The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes. Yes. I've seen every project by all of those brothers. All four of those guys. I've seen everything that they've been a part of.
So it's definitely not Denzel. That's ridiculous. I don't even know why they even put him in the same conversation with this guy.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. You're somewhat of a, okay, you don't like the Brit. That's what it is. You don't like the Brit.
Hey, man, he don't have enough body of work to compete with these other three guys. Are you
Idris
insane?
Elba?
Are you insane? Idris Elba been around for about 15 years or so since The Wire. Are you kidding me? Bring that back up. Have you ever seen The Pursuit of Happiness? If you've ever seen that movie, you say, we can't take Will Smith out. That man is a thespian, even though he was a rapper back in 86. He's a thespian. Let me get Arley on and get Arley thoughts to this. She's a thespian as well in her own right.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
Come on.
All I can say to Ryan is, ain't no way we getting rid of Will Smith. You gonna get rid of Pursuit of Happiness, Ali, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, getting jiggy with it. La, 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 la,
yes.
Avenidos a Miami. I mean,
Will is the corniest person on this list. He's the corniest person on this list.
Body of work next to Denzel.
I Am Legend. Bad Boys. 3, 4,
all the
5,
bad
6,
boys
and
gonna
7.
be gone. All the Men in Black.
Men in Black.
He was the biggest box office seller for major holidays for years.
You just want to.
He put out something every 4th of July that was.
That's all it is. You just think he's cute. When you you just think he's cute. That's all it is.
Mother, honey, hold on. Idris sexy and that accent. But I can't lift off your accent in a few little places. Did you see that little Charlie thing he did? DJ Charlie or something? It wasn't cute.
Yeah. I mean, still the best thing I've seen Idris in, and he's been in a bunch of movies. The best thing I've seen Idris in is The Wire. Still, I can't see or remember one movie that he was in that I said his performance was better than Stringer Bell in The Wire.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? You can't take Will Smith out of that. Are you joking, Jack? No. I wonder what the people gotta say in the chat. Idris got to go. Jamie can go. Jamie's just too talented to take out.
We're going to pay some bills, man. And after we pay these bills, when we come back, Tree's got that Gino Auriemma video ready to go up to make the point that I was trying to discuss a little while ago.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience.
I'll defer to y'all's thoughts on those 4 actors, man. I'll defer to y'all's thoughts. Maybe The Wire just did more to me than, I don't know. I'll defer to y'all's thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's just no offense to Idris, but the other 3 are just, and they're not British.
I think there's one more. Is there one more last 48? Or is that all the 48? That's all?
That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
You took the squirrel out? You know, we can tell a whole bunch of stories about the squirrel, right?
No, that's a video. You know,
we could tell a whole bunch of stories about the squirrel.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
okay. Gino Auriemma up next, and we'll get to this chat. We got a lot of chat to read.
Yeah.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
In the garbage can. So let's just call it what it is. We're going to pay these guys to play basketball or play football or play them to play, any sport at a university. And then let's make it a business and figure out how do we manage this business. Other sports have done it. Pro sports, they've done it. They sign kids to contracts and you're bound to your contract. And let's honor the terms of the contract. Let's do it. You already got kids holding out, right? You already got guys playing and going, I ain't playing anymore until I get more money. So we've become professional sports. Let's say it and let's act it, right? And let's stop the charade. The portal. How about we teach kids how to make a commitment and stick to it? All right, I get it. You want to leave. Fine. Leave. No penalties. How many times do you get a chance to leave? No penalties. Coach can leave anytime he wants. I can. I have a buyout. That's a great idea. Let's sign kids to a contract.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Duck Store, Ryan Store, the makeup of those stews. Just came back with the sound from Gino Auriemma talking about it's pro sports now. We got to stop acting like it's not, which is what I was saying a second ago. You want to stick your head in the sand and act like it's not pro sports. It's officially pro sports now.
Yeah.
And we need to act accordingly.
The big difference is he was talking about contracts. They don't sign contracts now, right?
Well,
the players.
They're 1 year deals.
Scholarships.
Yes. No. The collective is a 1 year deal.
What collective? The collective the collective is what finds the money.
Right. Correct. Right.
No, I'm talking about the players. The players don't sign a contract. Like he talked about coaches come and go. Yeah. You can't. Coaches could come and go forever, as many times they want. Now you want to tell the kids they can't come and go as much as they want? Unless they have a contract. And what he's saying is, I think what he's saying is they don't sign contracts now. They need to sign contracts in the future where we can put some stipulations in it.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but to highlight what I was saying in the last segment, it's professional sports now. Govern yourself accordingly. Stop acting like it's a college experience. It is business now.
Yeah.
One thing that we're not talking about when we talk about NILs and we talk about guys jumping ship and going different places and guys leaving and guys making money, the one thing that we're not talking about anymore is these kids and their education.
Yeah.
So let's stop acting like it's not just college no more. It's a professional sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I was saying a segment ago. It's a professional sport now. And the money is going to have to be regulated. No, it's not loose.
Yeah, loosely
Back this stuff a $2 million assignment to go to a $4 million assignment.
Yeah, but they still go to class. They still have to be eligible. They still have to be eligible. What do you mean, do they? You don't think so? Wait a minute. Do they still have to be eligible academically to play football?
I don't know, because we're not talking about education no more when it comes to this stuff. We hadn't talked about education in over a year. We talk about money.
Yeah, they got it.
We're talking about money. We're not talking about school no more.
They got to.
We're not talking about class, Doug. We're talking about money.
I understand, but you said it's just like a business. It's not totally like a business. It's not. It's still
the hell
school.
Is it? It's real quick. It's totally a freaking business. Are you kidding me? This kid just got $4 million to leave where he's been for 2 years and go someplace else. $4 million.
If a kid gets 3 Fs and 2 Ds on his next report card, is he going to be eligible to play football the next semester?
I mean, where are they finding time to go to school when they're bouncing around and jumping around like they are?
I'm trying to make a point to you. It's not totally like a business. The academics still have to play a role in it some way, maybe to a lot less a way, but I'm pretty sure, unless something happened that I didn't hear about, I'm pretty sure these kids got to still maintain an academic performance.
We're about to read some chat, but before we do that, let me ask you one question, man. Just answer it honestly, please.
Go ahead.
In the last year, while talking about college sports, when has education been talked about?
I hear what you're saying. I'm just making the point.
Just answer. Don't say something else. Just answer the question. When's the last time you've heard them talk about education?
I can't tell you.
Classes.
I can't tell you when.
Grades.
Yeah.
Stop acting like it's. Stop trying to make it something that it's not. It's business now, sir. It's big money business.
No, it was always business. As a matter of fact, it was always business. Now the kids getting their cut now. That's all.
Okay. All right.
All right, Tree.
Ooh, before Tree goes, I gotta say one more thing. I'm back to working out, man, and a big part of it is because of Lion Roar Herbs and NPE.
Shouts out to Lion Roar.
I've been taking NPE for energy before I go on my walk with the dog. If I'm having a long night with the kids out on the field, I've been taking NPE for meat muscle. Okay. So while studying and reading, I realized that some of the core benefits of NPE is enhanced performance with however you're performing, muscle growth and recovery, improved mood and cognitive situations, and natural and vegan-friendly stuff is inside of NPE. So guess what I started doing, man? I'm going to give you one guess. Take one guess what I started doing.
I don't know, man.
You don't want to
Taking naps? Taking naps?
NPE is not good for naps because it's giving you energy. So I'm back in the gym.
Okay.
Last Thursday was my first day back in the gym. I lifted weights for the first time in over 2 decades. I am sore as hell right now, but it's NPE that made me go out and do that.
Good for you, man.
I felt so invigorated. I felt so much energy while taking the product. I'm like, man, I got to go do more with this. I'm back in the gym. Shouts out to NPE, Lion Roar Herbs. We appreciate you. It's good
Shouts
stuff.
out to NPE.
You a mess.
Who?
You.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
I think I hear echo.
You do?
Echo. I think I hear echo. The echo of you and Doug being in the same area is what I'm trying to say.
Are you ready, Douglas? Are you ready?
Yes, go ahead with the chat. And
All
thank
right.
y'all so much for the chat. We really appreciate it.
From Jungle Brother, we're going back to the top of the show. Any black man in favor of Tomlin getting fired is on my all Stephen A team.
Yeah.
And I do want to reiterate something along with that message. If you're getting to the playoffs every year, you got a chance to win in the playoffs, and you got to get to the playoffs to win in the playoffs. So Tomlin is getting them there every year. He can't go nowhere. Who are you going to bring in that's going to be better? In my humble opinion.
From Tony Dorsett, I'm not firing any black coach. 0 to 16 gets an extension.
What does 0 to 16 mean?
If he was over 16, he was giving them an extension.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're not going to be hiring or firing anybody if you're doing that.
From Julius 35C. Yeah. Doug, the type of person when the weather people say potential tornadoes would hit Atlanta, he wouldn't believe it. What's wrong with you?
Nah, I wouldn't believe that shit.
What'd you buy at the corner store?
I bought a bunch of stuff, like little snacks.
You're not for real about beans.
They had some sandwiches. I bought some sandwiches.
I don't eat beans in the can. That better not be over there.
We grew up on pork and beans. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we did. That's why I don't eat it now.
Okay.
I love me some pork and beans.
From Rel Scott, Doug ended up paying $19.95 for a box of honey.
Not a box, one. They saw me coming down the street. Oh, look at my brother coming for some honey buns.
Hello, Douglas. Welcome to the store. We are so glad to have you today. What can I get for you?
A poo looking ass.
Bust. Oh, this is so racist right now. From Julius 35C, busted to Cam Newton for his SEC bias towards Notre Dame. He keeps moving the goalpost every time they win.
Did you see that rant Cam did about he was basically defending the SEC and how it's better football and shooting down everybody else. He was real mad at Notre Dame.
From Till Dog 12, the only time you pull Tim's out is when you're about to fight. Go out in the snow or do a home
do home invasion.
Yeah, I'm not doing no home invasion, but I pulled him out.
From Jungle Brother, if I was an inmate fighting those fires, I'm taking my mask off and getting a medical claim. That med unit a whole lot better than the SHU. What's the SHU?
I don't know. Jungle Brother evidently has spent some time in prison because he knows all of the terms.
That's cold talk.
All of the acronyms and everything. Now it's making sense.
From Naughty, this is from Naughty. I just can't be mad at a black man reading. Maybe he can influence young black people to do the same.
Not during the freaking game. Not during the football game.
Oh, Naughty.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Not during the football game.
The way Doug don't be paying attention while we in here and y'all mad at him.
Which is why I told the story about how he wasn't paying attention back in the day, and I didn't like that either. You can't do those two things. You can't read, right? You can't read and do something else. You just can't. You shouldn't be at your job reading unless you're reading to kids for your job.
The whole hangman thing doesn't make sense at all, sir. I don't remember that at all. Why would I play hangman during the show?
I bet you don't remember it, sir.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
From Jungle Brother, I would have voted for Ryan, but Tree blocked me a long time ago. My 2 phones, tablet, Fire Stick, and laptop equal 5 votes. That would win it for Ryan. Yeah, in 2016, when y'all was clowning me about getting a divorce, I sure did. I remember, Jungle, but I forgive you.
Power to the people, Jungle Brother.
Yeah.
I never forget anything. This
wow,
one
I
is
see.
Good. I don't. But you could come back. All in my business. From L12. This is a good one.
Ooh,
Baby.
good one. Good one.
Yeah, I didn't want to put no negative things in my top 5 like that, though. I thought about Brian Nichols.
Brian Nichols got out of that courtroom and out of that courthouse and out of that jail.
The greatest escape ever.
Ever. And the video footage that they have of it now, if you see the video footage, I guarantee you it will give you chills. How he was hiding around corners and grabbing folks. I mean, it was amazing how he got out of there.
So a lot of people, we just don't broadcast in Atlanta.
We'll give him a reference.
So Brian Nichols was on trial for what? What was he on trial for? Y'all remember? Was it domestic abuse or something like that? I think it was something like that.
It was minor.
But anyway, they brought him to court, and this ninja turned into goddamn Rambo.
He had the whole city on lock.
Took the gun from the police the guards that had him, and somehow got in the judge's quarters, came up behind her and shot the judge in the back of the head, killed her.
He killed the judge?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I don't remember. I don't think I remember that.
He killed the judge. He killed the judge.
Let me see.
And then he was on the run, and he killed several people.
Naughty says yes.
Yes.
Whoa.
He did kill the judge.
Y'all forgot that little part of the story?
It was a scary day.
It was scary.
And the news was like really that was the first time you were kind of watching it other than OJ. It was a crazy Friday.
Yes.
He was in somebody's house.
Yes, this ninja was ducking car, taking car, ducking it, dropping it off, jumping in another car, carjacking somebody, taking their car, going from house to house and house. Like he was like a special ops unit soldier or something. Like that's why we said it was like Rambo. This dude was in special forces.
From Craig, Uncle Mike Pryor, thank you so much for your donation.
Bless you, Uncle Mike.
I just wanted to hear my name mentioned since I had nothing else to offer in the chat today. You always have something to offer.
We appreciate you, Uncle Mike.
Your presence is a great offering.
We appreciate that super chat.
Period.
Pimp, thank you, man. Thank you.
From Charlton Singleton.
What up, Chap? That's one of my deals.
How can we convince Tomlin to find a more innovative OC to go with his defense? And who is that up and coming OC?
Yeah. Shouts out y'all line named Dusty Dog. What up,
You're not going to answer this?
I don't know. I don't know any up and coming offense coordinators off the top of my head like that.
This ain't funny.
The guy in Detroit, Ben Johnson, is a phenomenal offensive coordinator who's also turned down jobs. You know what? Let me say that real quick. You realize that Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn have turned down jobs to stay where they are right now, what they're doing right now. They didn't want to interview because they didn't want to take the focus off of this season.
Right.
So they turned down job opportunities.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn turned down a interview with the Patriots.
Well, I knew that was going to happen because they just fired a black man after 1 year. Don't call me to come and interview for that job. I'm not going over there with y'all.
Yeah.
From Triple E, Triple J 99, who should be fired for the first round playoffs exit for Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin or the general manager?
Oh, the general manager.
This is what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, general manager.
Keep in mind, Pittsburgh Steelers have had 3 coaches in the last 50 years.
I thought it was 4.
No, it's 3. There's only
Chuck
3.
Noll, Chuck
Noll, Cowher,
and now Mike Tomlin. Oh
Mike
my
Tomlin.
God. That's awesome, man.
I mean, one of the most unbelievable stats in sports history.
That's phenomenal.
I think Chuck Noll's first year at Pittsburgh was like 69.
Oh my gosh.
So we talking 50 years, 3 coaches. That's I bet you Tampa Bay's had 30 coaches in the same time.
Falcons too.
Falcons too, right.
Yep.
From Sydney Action Jackson, remember NIL is basically money for commercials and endorsements. The pro sports don't cap endorsements.
Yeah, you can't tell Lamar Jackson he can only take so much money to do a commercial for Hostess Honey Buns.
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't think they're going to regulate how these black boys are getting paid, you're crazy.
Definitely.
You're crazy. Yeah. If you don't think they're going to stop and put a cap on the money these ninjas are making, you're crazy.
Can't help.
Yeah, these ninjas can't get to the point where they're making more money than the coaches.
Right.
They're not going to do that.
From James Cooper. Exactly, Doug. They cap what you get from owners, but if people want to pay you for endorsements, there's no limit. It's a free market for now.
Yeah, I just don't understand how you can tell somebody they can't take money from somebody else. At this point, they did it before because it was rules and they was scamming these players in effect. But now the cat's out of the bag. They can't tell a dude he can't take some money from somebody else. That's what they've been doing the last couple of years.
They've got to figure out a way to give these players a leg up when it comes to financial literacy. Because
they don't want to do that.
There really would be no need for them to go deal with CCE and that stuff to a greater extent. Beck is going to walk away with like $8 million for 3 years of work of playing college football.
Mm-hmm.
That money can start lifting weights and multiply itself.
From Jungle Brother, Tree talking to Doug like ninja, all the stuff I did for you last night. How dare you? I do want to ask you real quick. You have your hand in a lot.
Yeah.
It can't bother you that I pick the trespass music. I pick it with the people in mind. Yeah. Remember we talked about letting people finish.
Okay.
I picked that music with the people in mind, like our age and what, like somebody said, this reminds me of being in school, and that's what my motive is. But I do play your music. I have played your music. I don't mind doing whatever you ask, Douglas. But some grace.
Okay.
Thank you.
You got it.
Fly Tie mentioned the collective and the NIL being 2 different things. That's very true. The collective and the NIL is 2 different things, but the collective is the one that's paying the NIL money. The collective is getting the money for the kids, for the players.
I'm laughing at you.
Yeah, but that's for the school though. That's for the school. NIL is basically like Carol,
image and likeness.
Right? But that's the players are orchestrating that. You see what I'm saying? The collective is for the school. Personal NIL deals is these guys going out and knocking on doors and getting deals with, mom and pop shop down the street in their hometown. It's 2 different things.
Okay.
This is from Nadi, and I totally agree with him. I'm sick of 50 cents. 50 needs to shut the fuck up. The men been rapping about the same thing for decades. Absolutely. It's like you said, Ryan. He's got a motive. There's an ulterior motive always.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
He's definitely a hustler.
And everything is programming for him now. Everything is programming.
True that. Yeah. It's 59. Would you like me to keep going or take us out?
I gotta go.
We gotta read this chat, man.
Okay. From Richard Bullock. Did y'all hear about this? Redman has not been having sex or smoking for 2 years. Did y'all? I saw that this weekend.
His life sucks.
Oh, God.
He ain't having no fun.
No, it sucks.
Actually. Oh. Okay. From Sydney Action Jackson. Sex has always sold. Remember the world's oldest profession. Hoes been hoeing from day one. Hoes been around here before teachers.
Yep.
Hey, listen.
Lucy's undefeated.
Let's do like a live read right now while I'm thinking about it.
Go ahead. Okay.
A lot of people watching.
Wait,
There's
let
only
me move
13
out.
more star chat. There's only 13 more star chat, Doug.
Yeah, but I think this is a good place to do an advertisement.
Okay, all right.
Follow the show on YouTube. That's our preferred listening platform. YouTube. 2 Live Stews, YouTube.com. 2 Live Stews, YouTube.com. Hit the little subscribe button. It's very easy. Hit the subscribe button, and a half a second's going to pass, and then a little icon of a bell is going to appear. Click on the bell. When you click on the bell, it's going to give you a little drop down with 4 options. One of them is every time. Basically, whenever we go live, you'll get an alert to your phone or whatever device that the show is live. Okay? That's very big. Please share the link, share the URL, and hit subscribe, hit the bell, and get an alert anytime we go live on the show. Pass that word, okay? We'd appreciate it.
From FM, coaches can't make 5, 6, 7 million a year and then talk about amateur athletics.
Right. Right. Gino Auriemma makes more than $10 million a year.
The nerve of them. They just don't like it that these kids making more money than them.
Yep.
And imagine going from 100+ years of paying nothing to these kids to all of a sudden the next year the kid making more than me.
Yeah, colonizers don't like this.
Imagine how much that hurts them.
The oppressors are not happy.
Such bullshit. From Cornell, #1 Dolphin fan, Idris got to go just because he played in a Tyler Perry movie. I can't believe you put Tyler Perry on your mother flipping list.
That's Black Hollywood. It's all the foundation of Black Hollywood, and all of the business and the acting gigs that are afforded now to people that live in this city and that are coming to the city is because Tyler Perry. That's big.
Look at this list. Look at this list. Okay,
go back to Ryan's list one more time. I'm gonna take a picture.
Yeah,
and I'll put it up as soon as it's done.
I can send it to you. You're not talking to me after this?
Go ahead.
Y'all in the same building. How y'all not gonna talk?
This is the bet.
Tree, I really need you not to be biased and talking about this.
Okay.
Great
God,
list.
let's finish.
Let's finish.
Like
it's a great list.
Don't do me like that.
Doug, you messed up with No, we're not doing any more of those. From FM, everything is business. 50 Cent selling black drama porn. He always selling something. From Till Dog 12, what girl is letting King run up in them raw, shooting their club up? She must have true daddy issues. Damn. Yeah. From Julius 35C, Gino hasn't won in over 5 years. He mad Don taking over.
Right.
That's true.
He mad
That's
about that
true.
too. Exactly.
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
From Truck D, he says he loved Daddy's little girl, but Idris got to go. He does.
Yeah,
he ain't been around long enough.
Nah.
From Julius 35C, a scholarship is a contract. They don't like that players have the power now.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
And they want to stop players from. Gino just said, how many times can he go? How many times can they go? You want to go? Okay, go. How many times can you do that? Well, coaches do the same thing. They go whenever they want.
Yeah. If you don't want the kid to go, match the money, match the deal you get.
Match the money.
Yeah.
We got 4 more to go. Thank you all so much. Unless y'all start sending donations.
Appreciate that super chat, Uncle
Mike.
Thank
you.
Thanks, Uncle Mike. From FM, you can't say it's about education when you got a conference that spans the entire continental United States. It's a business.
Look, man, the ACC is flying from the East Coast out to the West Coast to play SMU.
Yeah. Cal. They're playing Cal.
Cal.
Yeah.
Cal.
It's crazy.
This ain't about school no more. This ain't about education. These kids are working now, and they're getting paid for it.
Yeah. From Rel Scott, Tree is upset with Doug because she has to bring her own food every time she goes over there.
Y'all very funny with this.
From Keenan Williams, I just said yesterday we will never hear of a kid being academically ineligible. You're not about to say I can't play my millionaire.
Right. Hey man, and listen, my question to you is, for the players that have transferred 3 and 4 times, how do the semester or quarter grades transfer?
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? There's some players that's been at 4 different schools, man. So do the grades just move everywhere? Do all the classes transfer?
Well, Kara, we just went through this with Kara.
Right.
Now, all of Kara's credit hours transferred.
Praise the Lord for that.
Praise the Lord for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Every single one of them. When I transferred, this was 30 years ago, but when I transferred from Newberry College to South Carolina State,
you had to start over.
No, I didn't have to start over. That's how come I was able to pledge as a freshman at State, basically. But I'd say probably 15% of my credits didn't transfer. So I don't know how it works today. I don't know if it's commonplace for most of your hours to transfer. I don't know. But I know one thing: if you make less than a 2.0, your ass ain't playing no sports.
Hey, man. These kids
I haven't heard them strike that down and say that's not the case anymore. So I'm assuming it is still the case.
I'm just having a hard time envisioning the players in Texas that's making millions and millions and millions and driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I have a hard time seeing them in class. I have a hard time seeing them. I have a hard time seeing them carrying 15, 7. One time I had 17 hours 3 times at Georgia Tech. I don't see these kids doing that.
Well, you know what? Maybe part of the equation now is part of their NIL money. They pay for a lookalike to take the exams.
Okay.
That's part of the business model. I don't know.
Read that last one, Tree.
The last one flies high. Collective and NIL, 2 different things.
Yeah, we read that one earlier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank y'all. I'm out.
Thank y'all in the chat room.
Y'all.
Thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. Again, Uncle Mike, Super Chat, thank you very much. Everybody in the chat room, thank you for the communication. We appreciate y'all. We're here because of y'all. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all get an A+. Arley gets an A+. The Naughty Dread gets an A+. Doug, you get your A. Tree, you get an A.
You get an A too, man.
Appreciate all y'all. Please remember that God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love.
Do us a favor
Big
and
things
share
popping
this
for Stewart Media and Entertainment. Big things popping for Stewart Media and Entertainment. We will keep you in the loop so you can participate.
Yeah. Please share this episode. Just hit the share button. Just share it. We would appreciate it. That would be big.
Wednesday, the No
y'all
Show
have a
at
great
7.
day.
The Joe Hamilton Show at 9 on Wednesday. Stu's back Thursday morning at 7.
Yeah. Please hit the share button. Share this episode, please. Thank you.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Thank you.